What did he do to get it to grow? What did he do? He doesn't talk about the massive layoffs, the mergers and acquisitions that was at a record high in 2017, or the record high that America is right now pursuing as far as mergers and acquisitions of these corporations being able to borrow the money at 0% interest and then gobbling up other companies and then laying off the workers. That's a pattern that's been practiced and perfected by Bain Capital that's ran by Mitt Romney, the former contender for the presidency in 2012 against President Barack Obama, where they learned how to harvest corporations. You borrow hundreds of millions of dollars. You go and do a hostile takeover. Now, again, you get to borrow the money at 0% interest. You do a hostile takeover of the company. You lay off half of the workforce. You leverage the entire company and you borrow massive amounts of money. You hoard the money, chop up the company, and then you chop it up and you sell it off. And you walk away with trillions and billions and billions and billions of dollars. Now, this is a perfected product. This is a perfected operation. They call it harvesting. And so when he talks about this $10 million and all this new wealth that's been created and accumulated, go look in your bank account. It's not accumulating in your bank account. It's not.
And this year it's growing at 9.4%. So that's a very tremendous increase. There hasn't been an increase like that in many, many years, decades.
Yeah, decades.
And I think the most important thing, and Larry Kudlow just confirmed to me along with Kevin Hassett, that these numbers are very, very sustainable. This isn't a one-time shot. I happen to think we're going to do extraordinarily well in our next report, next quarter. I think it's going to be outstanding. I won't go too strong because then if it's not quite as good, you'll not let me forget it.
You see how powerful white supremacy is? See, he can tell you anything he wants to, and he can tell you it's going to be very strong, and you have no idea what he's talking about. Now, the reason why most Americans didn't even pay attention to it because they wasn't watching this. They had no idea that this guy was giving a speech that was even talking about the economy. That's how it works in America. That's how it works in America. We have no idea what's going on. And by the time we find out what's going on, they on to the next one, on to the next one.
But I think the numbers are going to be outstanding. We've accomplished an economic turnaround of historic proportions. When I came into office, 1.5 million fewer prime-age Americans were working than 8 years before. We had lost almost 200,000 manufacturing jobs under the previous administration, and you all know. They say, well, you have to lose manufacturing jobs. It'll get worse and worse. Manufacturing jobs are obsolete. No, they're not obsolete. They're the greatest jobs we have.
Which is why he doesn't manufacture any of his products in America. You see, this is the powerful thing about how white supremacy works. Donald Trump does not manufacture or produce any products in America. It's made in foreign countries. It's made in Asia or Mexico. And do you understand what that means? I mean, he gets to reap all the profits, and then he gets to bring it back to America and import it back into America and jack up the price. So for something that's probably worth $1, he can sell it to you for $100. And then he plaster his name on the back of it and make you think that you're buying something of quality. I got to give it to him. It's beautiful. It's beautiful because we keep being hoodwinked by these people. This is a businessman whose every business has failed and always has constantly been bailed out by his banker buddies. See, that's who he's working for. He's working for the banks, the global banking system. He's not working for you in West Virginia or Indiana or Idaho or Wyoming or Michigan. You think he cares about unions? You really think he cares only 13 million people in America that's participating in the union right now? Only 13 million. So who is he talking about? The rest of the states, there's all this alleged growth are right to work states, which means you work for less. and they can fire you at will, and you have no collective bargaining. Excuse me. Now, do you really think he cares about your collective bargaining? Why don't we go take a trip over to the Trump Towers and see how that worked? Or ask those people that worked in the Taj Mahal in New Jersey what it felt like to be swindled by the ultimate con man.
More than 10 million additional Americans had been added to food stamps past years. But we've turned it all around. Once again, we are the economic envy of the entire world. When I meet the leaders of countries, the first thing they say invariably is that,
hey, I need you to understand something. There's 39 million people on food stamps. 39 people. 39 million Americans are on food stamps. It's 325 to 330 million Americans. You have almost 40 million people on food stamps. What he doesn't talk about is that they're cutting the food stamp program. So when he says it's going down, that's because they're getting rid of the program. You understand that? He's cutting the program, and all those people that voted for Donald Trump, majority live in states where they have the largest consumption of food stamp usage. That's how, I mean, I gotta give it to him. Mr. Trump is great with it. He's great with it. And we consume it and we suck it up, or we regurgitate this mythology. And you think you're gonna be Trump. He won't even let you come stay in this hotel room because you can afford to. You can afford to live in Donald Trump's hotel.
Mr. President, so nice to meet you. Congratulations on your economy. You're leading the entire world.
And poverty.
They say it almost each and every time. America is being respected again, and America is winning again because we are finally putting America first.
What are we winning?
Everywhere we look, we are seeing the effect.
What is America actually winning? Since I've been alive, they've lost every war, but they do win in murdering people. Our military does win. They murder people in masses. Yeah, they win in these special weapons that can be remotely controlled from America, and they can drop bombs all around the world on people. Yeah, that's what they're winning in. Yeah, you're winning in war. You're winning in destabilizing nations because they don't want to adhere to your doctrine. Yeah, that's what you're winning. But are you winning the people here in America when the schools have failed everyone? When the banking system has failed everyone? You haven't arrested them. You haven't went after them. You're basically deregulating the entire structure again. That's the plan that Ronald Reagan started. I remember Ronald Reagan. I grew up in the Reagan administration and the Reaganomics era. And I remember the deregulation that went on and how they deregulated almost every industry in America. And what happened? The economy collapsed. That's what happens. The economy collapses. They privatize all industries. And the rich get richer, which is why you had shows back then called Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous. It didn't work then, and it has not worked. In any fancy way that you use it, you say neoliberal. I don't know what that means. Excuse me. Neoliberal capitalism. It's all Kabuki theater. Kabuki theater. It's a game. It's not going to benefit me or you. That's America. I'll take it. And once again, this is Politics, Economics, and the Struggle to Survive in America. I'm your host. My name is Jerrald President. You can reach me at jerraldpresident.info. That's my website. You can hit me up on Facebook. Check me out on Instagram. And now I'm going to periodically keep coming back with you. And this was just a brief snippet of Donald Trump and his shenanigans. Peace.